I also think that in business, when you talk about holding the vision, so I always update the vision, but I let my staff know this is where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
I also say this, I've been doing this long enough. It used to really, when anybody leaves you, it's never fun.
Right.
But when they leave you, when you're like 16, 17, 18, 20, and you've been teaching them for a while or whatever, that really sucks because you don't have enough life experience to understand this is what's going to happen.
Right.
Right. Even bands break up after 50 years.
Yeah.
Right. I say to people listen, I'm a train. The train's going. You can get on it. You can get off it whenever you want. The train is going. And that's how I see my vision of what's going on. Now, would I love for you to stay on it? Of course. I also know it's not a jail sentence.
Right.
Right. Because if we don't vibe, or if you want to do something different, you can get off, but the train's going to still go.
Right.
Right. And that's been kind of my philosophy of business and the way I do my life. I would love everybody I've ever met. But here's the thing. I understand people come into your life for a reason and they leave for a reason.
Right.
You just have to make both those reasons positive.
Right.
Right. Versus dwell on it.
Right.
Some of the best things I've ever done in my life have been after breakups with girlfriends. Right.
Give me an example.
Give you a great example. So I'll give you two examples. Recently broke up, beginning of the year. Had some extra time. I'll be creative. Let me finish my children's book.
Okay.
Right. So when, head over heels, finished the children's book, did the podcast, continue running my business. Our business is going to grew this year, almost 80%.
Wow. Nice.
Over last year. Staying true to the focus. Another one is I was about a month and away from getting married till we called off the wedding. Right. And I remember one of the jiu-jitsu students who had just started, he was an adult. He told me a couple months after, he's like, I didn't know what was going to happen to this school. He's like, because I've seen people who break up with women and then their life tanks.
Right.
He's like, but you just went, I started an online university. I was filming all the time. I was writing another book because I understand there's only two things that I can do in this point. I can accept it and make myself better,
right,
or I can wallow in it or just be sad.
Right.
I'm not that guy. Yeah, that happens, but you need to take everything that happens and bounce off it.
Right.
And make yourself better.
Right.
And so I wanted to be a better version of myself. So when stuff like that happens, I bounce back pretty quickly because my thoughts are aligned. I know what I need to do.
Yeah.
It didn't change the vision. Just people jumped off the train.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Right.
Hello, my name is Dr. Marc Bochner. Don't forget to check out my new book, Pug Learns to Believe.